it's also easier for you to ibone lonto when it's time for you to get it. It's just like Umasha. If I never posted myself or my face, you're just seeing 714 there. So when I post the SMN, even if you come, but you'd be skeptical, would say, so having an objective and being direct with what you do is very much important. So my seminars are like this. I don't have a structure, I don't have a presentation. You would see this is what I have and I'm going to show you. Why? Because I want you to see the real me as a person. I want you to see me as a forex trader. I want you to see me as a mentor in all of that. So everything that I'm doing and how I'm moving, it's transparent. That is one thing that makes me. Oh. Thank you, on the first year, Right. Good morning. How are you? Right. At least one thing in Kulule Moyen would say I don't have to stress about the language. Because, hey, it's been Mara, it's been Koteng, Abonje, hey, it's been hectic. It's been very hectic. So, hope you guys are well. Abantu abanemali abazwani nokubulisa, so get straight to the point. Lena utheni njani hayi siphilile nilale njani nihambe njani hey liyabanda namhla hayi liyabanza mbamba yabo nje yabo ukuthi hayi ngeke yabo get straight to the point. So finally finally sengite ngafika. No, but I know a little bit. I know a little. Getting a little something, so yeah. Hello, Baba. Why you looking jabo? Why busy? Come on, you mkake ngengush. So that's it. So that's that. So yeah. Mtu sambo afika. Mpumalanga, Mbombela. For me, it's been a 3-hour drive for me and my team. That's Pelele, Lokota. Yeah, it's been a 3-hour drive. So it's based because in Suile KZN, Gasengibala, Pretoria. So from Pretoria to here, it's still 2 hours 46 minutes, close to 3 hours. Yeah, well. So yeah, it's about that. That is how far I've pushed. First time being in Mpumalanga. It's like my very first time. So I'm a virgin in this place. But I'm really happy. I see there's a lot of developments coming here. Umgwaqo yalungiswa. Shuthi imoto zenu nizohamba nizowazi ukudrive kahle. Yeah, umgwaqo right. Nizokhala ngani? Yini nizoshoda ngayo. Yabo. So it's very much important. Sisuke ngabo 7 ekseni sambe kahle ke into engiyithandile ngalana ayikho le ke ngifuna udrink. Noma mina ngididwe language mhlawumbe. But yes, sisambe kahle from there till here. So waze kwamnandi. So far ngise-Joburg I did for the whole month basically. Ngiqale ngenza isemina eSandton, and after Sandton I did in Pretoria. After Pretoria we went to Mahikeng. After Mahikeng after Mahikeng oh, and then we did Polokwane. After Polokwane I think it's here. Mbombela. Then tomorrow siya eMalahleni. Hey. Yeah, ne. Then tomorrow is eMalahleni. After eMalahleni, going to Bloemfontein. After Bloemfontein, it's Kimberley. In that order. And then Cape Town. Bese ngibuyele emuva ke. Yabo. So, omunye umuntu, because you've seen athi umuntu hey woza ngasekhaya nathi sifuna ukukubona nganoma ngenyanga ngize ngibone. But ke athi umuntu hayi sifuna ukukubona. Yabo ngoba nila ngifikile uzobona mase sipostile sesithi hayi kade efikile uMashaya. Ubuya nini? Into okwentani? How? Ngeke phela kulokhu ngiround endaweni yodwa. South Africa inkulu. That's what I can tell you, because basically this year my goal was to travel around South Africa to all of my provinces for the first time to actually do so with my team. So it's been a good experience, but one thing that I've learned and noted, in as much as people, they live in different segmentations in terms of the location you are in, but we are all living almost common lives. We all want the same things. Yeah, because KFC, for example, is a franchise. Uthola yonke indawo ukuthi taste ayifani. I know bengakawudlwa la. But there's differentiation in terms of taste ekudleni. But in terms of language, that's where the confusion could be. Because we could be saying ukuthi sifuna i-laptop, but you're saying it in a different language. Nami ngazi isiZulu, omunye usho ngesixhosa, omunye usho. But at the end of the day, uma kukhona umuntu oyi-mediator uyakwazi ukutshela ukuthi no, uthi ufuna ukuthi nawe yilokho okufunayo. Yabo. Kanti omunye mele wena utshetha hayi lokho ngifuna yimi ngedwa ndo kwami ngedwa. Kanti akukho njalo. Yabo. So we all want the same thing. And in wanting that also, let's get to that. Yeah, so starting off these seminars, broke, So starting off with my seminars, the first thing was ngiqale ukutrade mina ngo-2018. Ngiyazi bakhona abanye la umehluko ukuthi basablow. So ngiqale ukutrade mina ngo-2018 nga-19 vele bengisayile umnyaka leyo ukublowa. Kwathi up until mhlawumbe from 2020 2021 ngase ngithi hayi angeke ngibe serious after COVID, during and after COVID. That's where ngaqala ukuthi hayi ake ngiyibukisise le nto le. Ngathi khona le madlana khona. Yabo. So from there 2020, 21, 22, 23, yeah, been keeping on. So the thing is, ekuqaleni kwami bebekhona abantu engiqale nabo, but indlela ngisho kuthiwa siyandawonye kodwa wonke umuntu uhamba ngepace yakhe. Uyabo ngoba khona ababephambili kunami kuqala namhlanje ababonwa ndawo yabo. Sekuyithini sesihola indlela mathi ayihamba la lento. Yabo. So starting from back then bengumuntu ofuna ukuyithola kuqala ukuthi okay, i-trading isebenza kanjani, doing it on my own, doing it for myself, going forward up until kuze kuhlangana ke. Ngiqale mina ukubona i-profit kahle, not i-profit leyo survive, because there's different stages in terms of trading. Khona ukuthi uya-trade wenza imali namhlanje yabo, phinde ublow, phinde uhlale, phinde uyithole, phinde yabo. So during that time, like I'd pay maybe rent for the whole 6 months or 3 months. In advance to actually save because into I find. So that is how I used to do it up until the point whereby local masego rights I was using save malik. Yabo senyalapha koma M something. So but honestly you can't just go to a million like that unless you win a lot because it's just like poof. Now we deploy in 2 weeks it's like TV. So I blow it. So and then after that that's where I started now checking in. But the most important thing was what I figured out in trading was earlier on the difference between when I was losing and when I started making profits. When I was losing, I was more on the fact that I should put in the work, hard work, extra hours, more hours, sleepless hours, back testing. I wasn't looking at the market in a specific way. It was only later when I was like, let me just look for specific things of how this market is moving. Let me not just be in the charts to trade or every day. No, let me look for specific things which are the actual things I'm going to be trading. Yeah, so from back then my attention shifted and the things that I was specifically looking for, they were now like lighter and clear. So I was like, yeah, this is what actually works. So when the Belula and I gave me focus, because sometimes it's really hard to find something that you also don't know what you're looking for. At when ufuna ini ufuna ukudla ini yabo. So there's difference. It's just like umntesifazane uyambuza ulambile athi no I'm not hungry uhambe emall uyidlela uyibuyele awungiphathelanga lutho awuthe wena usuka ufuna ukudla yabo. So whereas if you are more specific telling you okay I want something like this, it's also easier for you to ibone alone when it's time for you to get it. It's just like Umasha. If I never posted myself or my face, you're just seeing 714 there. Yeah, so when I post the SMN, even if you come, but you'd be skeptical with, hey, so having an objective and being direct with what you do is very much important. Yeah, so my seminars are like this. I don't have a structure, I don't have a presentation. I would say this is what I have and I'm going to show you. Why? Because I want you to see the real me as a person. I want you to see me as a forex trader. I want you to see me as a mentor in all of that. So everything that I'm doing and how I'm moving, it's transparent. That is one thing that makes me. So I'm not going to be having anything. If maybe there is something that I say that you find interesting or that you'd like to remember, you just take your notes down. If you have an iPhone, you can just open the mic on the notes. Easy. Android users, you know the story. So, yeah, you can actually take notes down. The structure of our session, the first thing I'm going to sort of cover the psychological parts of trading. After the psychological parts of trading, then we're going to go to the chart work. Defining the 714 method, and then after that we'll have questions. After that we'll have giveaways. I'll be giving away $150, which one person will win $100 and another will win $50. Someone will win mentorship, others will win t-shirts. Those are the gifts I have for you. So imali guys, you know the story, right? Nebhayibheli liyakufakaza lokuthi uma ngabe uhlupheka uyokuphucwa ngisho lokho nakho unqunywe ekhaya laba abanakho kuyongezwa yabo, more to more. So based on $150 sizonikeza laba asebe ready abayimisele ngokusebenza. Umuntu ofike la i-account yakhe ready mhlawumbe ifandiwe ke nayo leyo madlana encane sibone ukuthi can they do it. It's very important to listen to what I say. As I'm here, you ngasho say, hey, Basha, travel this way, but I have nothing to lose. That is one of my best mottos. That's what drives me. You know, I drive a BMW, right? But but that's what drives me. The motto would say, I have nothing to lose. So whatever I do, I need to go fully in and I need to do it wholeheartedly. So I'm that type of person. Even though like yeah, I'll show you the good side. So now there one person will win $100. The competition will be based on people who funded their accounts. So this seminar is totally free, nobody paid. If you made a payment, you should go call a scammer. So now I know what it, since I'm doing seminars, there's a lot of fake accounts using my name, using my images, and if you don't pay attention, you would be confused, thinking, "What's masha kumblang?" That's only inbox. Like, I mean, masha chabule again now to screenshot your post a fake account. So, I will never ask for your money in terms of direct deposits. I don't do my investments. I don't offer anything. We once had the copy trading last year. Now, Futi, I gave out plain instruction. But the reason why most people, they keep getting scammed, it's because people are so ignorant. Because you heard of 714 method, this is the guy. But manje, if you look at the way Umashaya himself talks, mangi live, how I do my work, how I trade, and then you listen to that. But also afterwards, you get an inbox saying, hey, this meal. Whereas I always say, I will never inbox you. I don't need your money. I don't make money from people. I make money from the market. I don't make money from that. The reason why I'm here actually is to prove a point. Forex trading is not a scam. That is the one objective that is driving me to do all of these seminars. To prove what forex trading is not a scam. To prove what if you're a forex trader, you don't have to drive a sport car. Now, if you're getting a range. Oh. Okay. All right. So, but it's to prove what it's not that thing. Mfuna sisi keep umqondo wethu kuleyanto lokuthi forex trader kumele yabo the soft lifestyle and whatnot. And even if you check on for yourself, you'll see with most people who live like that, they don't actually last long or they don't live long. Like their careers, they don't float that much. Gone. Yeah, and when you really check, they've always been claiming that they are making money from the forex markets, but now the market is still here, but they are gone. How come? Yeah, well, and that's where you'll find them doing seminars like this. I love this, like having to change people's life. There's no need for you to lose money. This is how this thing is done. I lose nothing, I look. Phela omunye uthi hayi wena wayihlupha kangaka lento forex trading doing seminars like this akusiwa ama-drugs lawo noma intsango awayibona i-workshop yama-drugs kuthiwa sikufundisa ukudayisa ama-drugs. You will never. So in a business whereby a person has nothing to lose, Namja have nothing to lose, but only to change someone's life, only to change the narrative. We have a high rate of unemployment, especially here in South Africa. So forex trading is one of the ways of which can actually help us mitigate or cover that gap. Yeah, so if we le mali and the coin, mali ngakhulumisi, right? So the only people who end up finding themselves into more trouble are people who are desperate. Because yes, you are here, you are mbona masha nang phambi kwakho uzokuchazela namhlanje, but intambama uthola i-inbox noma uthola omunye umuntu, hey nakho ukuthi kanje discount 50%, mhlawumbe usu-live lapha ku-TikTok, kuthiwa 50% till 12. Yabo kuthiwa khokha manje 1,000 yehlile amanani aphansi. Yabo usuyakhokha-ke now. Whereas here you didn't pay anything but you gain value. So one of the things that cause a lot of people to end up getting scammed, it's impatient nanokutataza or nanetsukutatele. So I think that is one of the things ends up to end up being scammed, of which I don't think it's a good thing. Every day there are people who are getting scammed, even now. And that's why most people always come to me and say, hey masha bangiskeme 100,000 but manje ngisalele 1.5 ngiyenzeni mina hawu thatha imali unika ama-scams ufika kumina ufika nama-cent hawu phela ngifuna ukusebenza nabantu aba-right nami uma ngihamba nje ngikhombe ngithi abona loyo ya isandla sami yabo loyo isandla sami yeah so far I have like 6 people who are officially millionaires. So, under trading with the 714. And that is not money they made in one trade. It's money that they've made ever since they met me and trading for themselves, which is a good thing. And there's no limit to it. Anyone can do it. And one of the things that makes me more proud would say I had to do this first and then went out to share the word. It's not like being successful and then it's not like trying at that time win a khona lapho ubusuthi ya ngijoyeleni ngilandeleni yabo obungabonakali. One of the hardest thing that I have to teach myself one of the hardest thing that I had to teach myself earlier on was ukuthi how to remain the same even if when the money is there, even if the money is not there yabo. Abanye lama beholile sebaziyo yebo ngomholo nje seyaziyo shithi nje mase sihlaziye kahle 714 bazovelela endaweni. So based on how I live in, one of the things that I had to understand was how to remain the same person when there's money, when there's no money. Yeah, to a point where even if I had a lot, I was still moving the same way. But one thing that makes you or that builds you in that time is confidence. Yeah, you know your power. This is who I am. This is what I can do now. But you choose not to, because most of the time, if you're gonna allow money to control you, so you spend the fast, and then now you need to play the chasing game. So I hope man use a carve with it. Same guy, right. Yeah. So now. Whew, good evening. So after okay, the purpose of doing these seminars, as I said, is to show people that forex trading is not a scam. It's only a person who comes in front of you in an essence of a position of a helper, and then they just change everything. 714 method 7, you know it, you've seen it. Saying language manje. Yeah, guys, so remember after this session we're paying 1,000 rands. What we're investing? That's where scamming comes from. Yeah, because if you really don't understand the even for you, let them scammers. I come to plan to buy a scam, right? So I said, and I would say, young nets, basically maintain. So even as for yourself, since you are here, if you're not going to be listening to the things that I'm going to be saying here and putting them into work, you are going to have a challenge, because now you will be forced to find an alternative to maintain the status that you have given yourself. And the most in your pap, not papa strong, because we are currently them chat I understand you forex trade, you forex trade. Uyabona WhatsApp I understand usu screenshotile uyaposta every day lapha ufuna abantu bekuvuma. There is no money in ngizothini. There is no money ekuvunywe nabantu mathiwa hey uyayishaya hey mnake hey uyayibamba le one. There's no money in that. Money is in trading, and if you know what you are doing and you focus on that exactly, kwenza umsebenzi wakho ube lula. Right, so the other point of which you need to be mindful of is that once you start trading, it's very much important that you focus on your own work. I mean, I've been like same guy, like uzwathi omnye ubhuti imali utheni uthe imali kanti ngigeza nini thi imali ayifuna ukungigeza. So shooting movie star lapha. Yeah. Ngumubi. Hey isangeze ehlulekile. Right. So it's all based on that. So what I'm saying right now, you may not see what you fit will be, but this is part of the psychological part of trading, of which Lama mentors when in Holland, they social media, they always say it's psychological, but they'll never tell you what is it. Clear nje kuyisilo khokha mentorship lapha bakudwebisa ama-lion udwebe imivimba yakhona ebhekele yeah itwenza imali. Let's see people here who are already trading with the 714 method. I didn't say millionaires who are already trading it. Mhlawumbe yabona lapha nalapha kuyehla kuyenyuka. How many? Raise your hand. How nyusanizana ngathi niyablow. Okay, we have 3 people. Okay, no, so I will come to your part. Now, this is a reference to coming here, not only that all of you are seeing me for the first time, no muletho umngani wakho la, no mama wakho, no mu baby mama, or okay, never mind. But so it's very much important to see ukuthi kuleyo ndawo engisuke ngikuyona bakhona already abantu under a mentorship who are already trading. So that makes it easier for all of us. That makes it easier for all of us. Yeah. Ni right what? Angithukile nje. Angithukile nje. Ikweleti. Yeah. Phela yonke indawo inomoya wakho nozwayo ukuthi wona ke la. Ngathi nje kuthiwa silinza bhede simbethanye. Right. So when it comes to the psychological parts of trading, impatience, right? Ukuhluleka ukubekezela, impatience. It comes when you don't have information, the correct information. For example, if I said I will be here today and I didn't give time, your challenge will be what time? Yeah, hence I said I will be here today on date at 11 a.m. Then you know it's okay. Even if he's late, he's going to be 10, 20, 15 minutes late, but this is the time. So that alone kills all the impatience. So you gain confidence. Masha said he will be here at this given time. So that helps you. And when that part has been filled in terms of you knowing the time, exact time, going furthermore in terms of what gives you the confidence to wait, it's having information. Which means what? The lack of information can lead to indecisiveness, can lead to you making the wrong decision. Because you don't know the actual time, which makes you to be patient. If there's a gap or there's misinformation or there's a space of undefined information, so what do? You end up making random decisions. It's okay, I'm just going to leave. Hey, vele amakhelwane bangcwaba ngisawuphuza. Yeah, well, okay, maybe whatever reason may be. So you end up being living. So lacking information of anything, that makes your decision making very weak. You understand? So also, if now you don't have the time, which means you are more likely to be impatient, you don't have information. If you don't have information, you become what? Fearful. Because man, you turn things that needs a vela fig. Yabo. Engizothi sengiyahamba vela fig. So manje ugcina uba nalokusaba ukuthi possibly I could miss uMasha. Let me just wait a bit more. But how long do I wait? And then it goes back to the first question, right? So now take the same scenario, remove uMasha, and then you do that to the market. When we go into the Forex chart, it's very important that we know the time to trade, having the right information, which is very much specific in terms of how we trade. That alone eliminates a lot of unnecessary work. Most people, they believe that in order for you to be successful, you need to work hard. You need to be overhyped. You need to show up every day, all about that. But most of the time you tend to realize that people who work hard are just working hard. It doesn't mean you're making any progress. It doesn't mean that you're moving fast. You're just working hard. Then that's where most people, they conclude the statement that Forex trading is a hustle, of which I'm very much against that. Forex trading is not a hustle. The reason why I'm here is not because I'm hustling or Forex trading. No, I'm here to teach you how to trade. The reason why I hate the word or the term hustler or hustle, it puts you into a mentality that you believe that anything that you do or that you put your focus on, you should work hard, even if it's unnecessary for you to work hard. But you're like, yeah, like a chart. Why do you need to work hard? It's a chart. You just like, and you see. But since now you have this mentality that in order for you to succeed and strive in anything, you need to work hard, right? And the hardship comes with the lack of information. As long as you don't have so much information, you believe that it should be sufficient for you to apply effort in order for you to win, whereas that is not the point. I have testified of this. When I personally have started Forex trading, I was a hard worker. So, and worst part, because I was working at a construction cycle. I'm saying contract over 20 back lap. I did that, and that's one of the things I appreciate. I've been poor, I've been about anything njengayicabanga. Mhlawumbe nobona ukuthi amashaya lokho akakwazi lokho mashaya cheese boy. I'm not a cheese boy. Ngihluphekile mina. I've had all the hardships ongacabanga empilweni. Nje kuningi ngeke ngize ngikubale ngoba agcina sengikhala. Wasuka le kwaZulu azosikhalela. So, but most people, they look at me as the person that I am now. Bese bethi hayi kufanele. Fine noma mangizosho something ezokuphatha kabi, like hey ukhuluma kabuhlungu kanje ngoba nakhe nisenemali. No, nami ngibile broke, and I know most of the people who are broke, they always want you to uzwelane nabo. Yabo. Umuntu mokhuluma naye ufuna ukukhulume umhloniphe yabo nje umbathise kahle, because wamtshela into eyiqiniso straight kuyazwela enhlizweni. Uthala umjida face ungaze sisukele bese zokhuluma kabuhlungu kanje ngoba nakho unemali ingakho nje. No, I know ukuthi being emotional, it doesn't help you. Ukuzwelwa, sympathy. People can have sympathy for you, it means nothing. Yabo. Nabo njani bagcwele emasontweni lapha. Most of them, like 90% of the people who go to church, mase umbuza umuntu uthi okay, put imancane. Ubuthandaza ucelani. Nya. Because uya lapha umile uzwa abantu nje hey Nkosi and then you get so you think of yourself in the same way. God now getting to you and asking you ukuthi ndod ufunani ubuthini yabo, and then you're like awusazi now and then it becomes a problem. So one of the things that I've learned was the best way to pray is to pray for specific things, because God in his form is very polite, he's very straightforward. I think that is one of the things people are misunderstanding when it comes to God. What God does, uNkulunkulu azwani nonsense. uNkulunkulu ufuna into, if you check how everything is, yabo, it's straight. Let there be what, there's what. Let there be air, there's air. Let there be stars, there's stars. Let there be, and that's proof that God is not a woman. Yeah, well, everything is straightforward and still and balanced in this place. Yeah, well, I'm just fazani. Indawo. And then awazi awenzanga lutho emeqale phansi manje umncenge yabo nje akabe kudala yabo, later ke bese kuyimana yabo. Cha ufuna ngazi ukutshela straight. Hayi uthi nje hey mina hey nje hey ngiyahlukunyezwa mina. Hey waqale kwababa wahamba ngihambisa esikoleni hey manje siyabuya yonke into. Manje mina ngiyahlukunyezwa nje ngcono ngife. Hawu indaba. Khuluma phela. Hayi nje kuyafana nje nawe ngeke uzongilalela yonke le nto le. Bengifuna imali yokuluka. Hawu. Wawavela kwasho ukuthi ufuna imali yokuluka. Yabo. So, but the most important thing, as I'm saying, when we pray, prayers, they can be defined into multiple ways. There's prayers, some they call it goals, some they call it intention, or great intention. But mainly, it's very much important that if you want something, you become straightforward and focused on it. Because doing that alone, it sets aside any other form of distractions that may come your way. So if you pray or if you write goals and you're very intent on what you want, that alone. For example, take today. Today you're like, okay, Masha is coming to Mpumalanga and Bombela. I know some So based on that, you're like, okay, I'm going. Ziningi ezinye izinto. Ishek said kube nzima ukuvuka like, hey, konje, hey. Kuza lo mfana wase-KZN. So now, based on that, there's so many things that can actually take you away, and all that. But you're like, this is what I want. So you're straightforward, you were very intent, and you were very honest with yourself. This is what you. So that is how most of the thing is. A typical example of that, in order for you to be aware of that, have you seen most of the time, especially when you understand the land, most of the time, uma ngabe ubeka imali ubekela mhlawumbe ufuna ukuthenga imaterial yokwakha noma ufuna ukwenza something kuvele kube khona into enzakalayo. Yabo. Mhlawumbe uthi ubekela ufuna ukuthenga nakho isikorokorwana kwakho lapha. Yabo, mhlawumbe ufuna ukwakha kuvele isifo nje ekhaya. So most of the time kuyenzeka lokho. I always take that incident as the devil asking you a question, which is, how bad do you want it? How serious are you with this is what you want? Because if you're not serious, and then you end up losing. Lendo lebe uyona ubuyihlosile obuyifuna usayithola. Kuthi nayo lento sacrifice for yona isenze ngendlela ofuna ngayo. Why? Because it was only a matter of triggering. Check ukuthi uyifuna ngempela yini lento. Yabo. So those are some of the things. Some of the things I may say here, they are not simply based on forex trading, but they are based into your reality in your life as well. Hence, a mentor. That is what a mentor. A mentor is not someone who's showing you new cars every weekend. Hey, sengithengele. Hey, sengithengele. Ungcine ngihamba ngale. Hayi, sengihamba ngale manje. Joina manje. Yeah, but that's what mentorship has become. Most people, they've lost direction and not understanding what is actually a mentor. A mentor is someone who has got what you want, have the skills, have the experience of what you want, and then they come back to grab you by hand and show you how to get the exact thing. A mentor is not someone who influences you every day. Wena umdala ungawuchonyelwa ngotshwala, chonyelwa ngemoto. Hey, just bought a GCG, what, GLC. Hey, yeah, hey, you can see. Hey, Forex. Thank you, Forex. Now, yeah, but what are you gaining from that? What are you gaining from? It's just like this thing of which I always say, trend line strategy doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, you may say it's working here and there. And then if I say that, you have people saying, hey, Masha, you are hating, you are trying to promote your own work, what. But, and they always have this thing which, hey, so and so is making money out of that. Where now? That's the question. Phela ngiyaswazi masikhuluma nge714 method onubhizi utshela abantu la hey Masha ishaya forex hey Masha hey unestairs Masha hey uhamba emoto enkulu engaka hey Masha une BM Masha wena yabo. So i714 method should be the one which changes your life, makes you the money, and ikwenze wena ube ufakazi. Not ukuthi you're going to be here talking about my life. Mina nginandaba. Ukukhuluma ngami doesn't pay you any rent, doesn't do anything. Yes, so this island ubona iyasebenza impela. Uthi uma ukhuluma ude ungazodakela i714 wena. Mina ngijondolo lami umile. Iyo lento le. Yabo, that is what most people should be saying. And I've heard a lot of people, if you go check out my comments, take your time on TikTok, on YouTube. People, that is how they testify. Would say, awuyazi lona into oyishoyo. Ngishathi umuntu mina yangihlula lokho kuthiwa buyela lapha. Because omunye umuntu thothi beblowa for 10 years. Yabo, beblowa for 10 years, do ama-train line, the hard work part. Enza lokho. Mase fika la sebona i-714 method. 1 week, asho xofa mhlawumbe awena ama-signal ayi-2 upload. Bese yabuya, le 7 nakhona ayisebenzi yafana nokunye. 1 week ku-10 years, that's not fair. So if you really want to switch to 714 method, yes, based on the previous experience of you blowing my accounts, take your 714 method, project it forward and practice it with honesty. That is the only way you're going to see if it's really working out for you. Yeah, but the one thing that I've noticed and realized when it comes to this is like my first time ever seeing people so excited about Forex trading again. Yeah, because most people, the excitement comes when they're starting off. Bese kuyaphela lolo thando lo. Ngicela bona ukuthi hayi angivele ngifocus emsebenzini. Yabo. But ever since 714 method, and one of the things which drives me to actually do seminars like this, it's the way how people are responding. Yeah, people, they feel this, they see this, and it's a simplified for them. Because 714 method, it's not been out for, I think it's got out like last year to this year. So it's not really something that is most people knowing it. Yeah, but that's why for this seminar you'll be like, hey, it's bangan. It's not seminar. That's buala. That's why uzobona ama-seminar amakhulu bethi ama-seminar kugcwale ukuthi kodwa la bangani abaphuma abawenayo abekho. Umuntu ukhokhile ukuya laphana ufika egqokile uright unuka kamnandi aphinda aphuma ngenalutho ayayizwanga lento ekhulunywa lapha it's not realistic. Angenzi imali abiyele ekhaya yabo after years useyasho ukuthi hayi abadlala ngami lapho yabo. But i-714 method, from the first time you see it or from the first lesson you see it, you really do what I say, you really practice what I teach you. From thereafter you always want to ikhona lento noma ayikho, because that's what is most important, the truth in Forex trading. If something is working, you need to know it's genuinely working. That's why I always say, do not try to help i-714 method. Do not use ama-confluences, ama-divergences. Hayi, mama ngabe ukuthi nalokho uzobona kanjani lento yamashaya iyaphila noma ayiphili if uzama ukuyisiza. Yabo. Into esifuna iqiniso. I-714 method, is it working or not? Simple, straightforward. Not indaba ukuthi uzama ukuyisiza. Oh, uyisita. Sorry. You see, so it's very much important that you use it as it is, because the most important thing is the truth. Also, when you win, you know what this is how I made my money. I mean, the reason why I'm so confident and bold, okay, literally, but the reason why I'm so confident with the 714 method, because I know, this is what I'm doing. Yes, I may lose here and there, but I've made more money in Forex trading than the one that I'm losing. Yabo. Either way. You should manga, Yabo. And you can do it too. It's $1 trillion market. There's a lot of money circulating around. Yabo. When I'm talking about 0.0001%, yabo. It's not every day you are doing the same thing. Every day you're doing the same thing. You should say that. How you should say how? Unjani ngani? How? Singithi ngiyayilungisa. Phela usho ngikunikisa deal rights. Ngimanje. How? Oh, hey. Bese ngijabule. Bese ngithi ngiyasala la bazohamba bodwa la. Ngiyadlala. So now, when you're losing, you should know why you lost the trade. Not to say, blame markets. That's what most people do. Uma habe umuntu eblower noma lose the trade, they blame markets. Manipulation. How? Kodwa mwenza imali kuleyo manipulation. I killed it. Yeah, so we should be transparent, we should be honest with each other. If you lost money through e-trading, you should know exactly why you lost it. Okay, I was supposed to do this. Oh, it did this here. Yeah, but now what it mean? My obsession in forex trading was mostly on specifications rather than just to say, hey, it's a random market. And one of the reasons why I don't like a trend line strategy, I've used it. Cover blue based on a trend line strategy, which is like random price action. That is the general. There's no accuracy. Izobreaker nini ngasiphi isikhathi. Izobuya nini. Mibuya izobhaya from what time exactly. That is the information esifunayo. What price, what time. If it's a pattern, bullish flag or bearish, when will it form exactly? We want the actual time. So, because when you know what is or form exactly, you don't have to waste the whole day and night to clearly we chat or yeah, you know what you can do other things. Bullish flag. Yeah, so most of the information that is circulating, it's just random. This is what should be like. This is what should happen. So now you end up having a lot of things oyibambayo ngengqondo yakho but konke lokho akukusizi. So kuningi but akukusizi. Because makushaya isikhathi ufuna ilokhu and then isikhathi masesambile hey bekuyilokhu. Yabo? So that's why I don't trade ama patterns. Because most of the time you'll find that ama patterns it's called price action. Patterns and price action, basically, some they say it's a strategy. It's not a strategy. Price action is not a strategy. It's how the market has moved. So most of the time when you see those patterns, the market had already moved. So if you trade those things, you are playing the chasing game. So how I trade is just like ukusetha umgogo. Usayibambe inyoni ngithi. Ha, yeah. So how I trade is I draw the market, but how I trade specifically makes it easy for you who understand and gets to the actual money. So lokho kwenza umsebenzi wakho ube lula kakhulu. Okay? What is that now? Ay, horrible. Ay. Right, so my point of view of what I wish for you to understand is what are you trading, understand why you won the trade, understand why you lost the trade. Unga blame, yabo. Unga blame, which I just specifications like truthful and honest and open answer. That is what is mostly important. Okay, so now moving away from that, when it comes to emotions, women are the ones who are mostly emotional. That's you're ready. So I have to call. Call was a movie market. In Yembeza a movie market. How phela kumnandi. Ewoli iyadrop. Ewoli ijiki ibuye, yabo. So, emotions they don't move the market. You're only going to react emotionally simply because you are losing, but that's not what moves the market. Your emotions alone, they don't move the market. But me teaching you the 714 method, that is the logic. So, how do you deal with emotions in forex trading? You master the strategy, you master the method. When you really focus on the method and you know exactly what this is why I won, this is what I lost. For you, it's a benefit because you easily accept. When you make money, you are happy, you are grateful. When you lost the trade, you accept it's okay, today it didn't go well, you close your charts, that's it. Yeah, so that is accountability. You are able to reason with it. This is the cause, this is the result, or these are the consequences of actually doing this. So I'm not gonna go on deeper with emotions and saying, because I know the only way to eliminate or have all those emotions eliminated is for you to trust the method. That's it. Fundamentals, no fundamental, random day, special day, whatever, you trust the method. You're doing the same thing every day. And you must learn to be grateful. Iningilearning lesebenza, likely mnakaze ngisebenza. Like, this is my job now. Funa ngisebenza bangithanda, yabo. Angizwe ngathi jabulile. So, most people niyasebenza, umusebenza ungena 8 ungena 7 ushayisa ngo4 or 5 ntambama, right? Okwenza umsebenzi wakho belula. Kuyenzeka yini ukuthi uma usushayisile emsebenzini wena ufuna ukuphindela? Why ungaphindeli? Huh? Pho why kwimakethe manje manje lokho njani iphinde uphindela? Nenzwa yini? Nenzwa yini kwimakethe ukuthi uma usubona ukuthi hayi akuhambanga kahle lo uyabuyela. Ngoba akekho umuntu okumele noluswazi noma iboss. Yabo. So we must have that discipline. Yokuthi asilwi nemakethe but sifuna imali from imakethe. Sithatha imali yethu sikwazi ukuphuma kanje sibe right. So ikubalekile lokho. Most people they are misbehaving when it comes to the forex market because now you find that you are acting on your own independence regardless ukuthi I'm your mentor or I'm assisting you in terms of learning. But once I give you my way of making money, then you need to fit into that. You need to find someone who's making money and you do the exact thing. There's nothing you need to change, there's nothing you need to add. That's why I say, if you're using 714 method, stop diluting it. You are killing the thing. So, now, understanding the full disclosure and accountability of your charts, that's what will help you. Ngala. We're pambi. Yeah. And then applaud. Right. Now, politeness the most applaud also it's all in Pili. So, now, following a way of how a person worked. That's why I call it a method, because there's a right way or specific way of how I do things. And I've been doing the same thing over and over, just different results, better results. So it's been mostly important. Even for yourself, you should adapt to that as well. Understand what if this is your duty, this is what you're looking for, this is how you're trading, you are making money, and then that's it. It's not you about being a hard worker, as I said. Forex trading is not a hustle. It is not a hustle. Thank you. Okay? So, we need to kill that mentality of thinking, Guti, we are here to hustle. It's very easily when you look at a point of you have to do what you have to do to get what you want. Make it simple. Not hard work, not hardship. And one of the ways, if you are going to do everything exactly as I say, one of the ways to kill greed, because most people, they are very greedy. Once one win, 2 wins, you get confident and overconfident, you increase the lot size, no risk, no rari, that shit. You take that nonsense, you put it in your mind, and then the worst happens afterwards, Most of the people, they act like the information they see once they go to social media and they see all of that. When you never do anything of your own. Wathola leyo madlana akhe encane sekubuya leya video emqondweni. Bona umuntu athatha 20 rand athi wenze 200,000 namhlanje. Now ufuna ukwenza lokho. Yabo. Ayenza nje nangemali yangempela. Like nje mase sibuyisa umqondo. Umuntu athi uthathe i-account ku500 wenza i-million namhlanje nakusasa futhi uya trade. Nowasithi this week wenza kusasa futhi uya trade. Wena masimo sekubuya kahle wena ungatrader wenza i-million. Hawu ngari lawa nje lapho ngarelaxa ngisho inyanga yonke. ngithi ake ngishawo mo kunini yabo but uthi uyabuka umuntu namhlanje wenze nakusasa futhi nale following day nalokho naphinde uyabuye hayi faka ke ngehlezi ithenga imoto angisho ukuthi ungayithenga imoto kodwa nje khona ukusulisayo wena nje njalo kwi dealership njalo kwi dealership njalo nje dealership yeah hey guys hey but you never see umuntu epost withdrawal not even once uyayithenga leyo moto akaposting ngisho proof of payment ukuthi nakho ngiyithenga cha with dealership nemoto ine ribbon laphana yeah hey guys as you can see hey nawe lapho ufeke stress hey bonje afana abancane yabo so stress afana abancane yabenza into engekho yabo when you are really living the real lifestyle mina one of the things that makes me proud as a forex trader ukuthi everything that I've done it's been transparent. From me buying my house, from me buying my cars, everything that I have, I've done it openly. So there's no way also to kufanele nezinto engaka udayisa le method. The method ngiyinike after sengiyigrand. Sengibonile ukuthi hayi mbamba iyasebenza. Yabo. So it was only after I was like, yeah, now I can actually go out and hand it out. So, once I've given to you for free, the responsibility is upon yourself. Sometimes into I can free, I can free, because I'm not here for free. I have to pay for this place, I have to pay for everything. Sabani befuna amagwinya u4 ekseni yabo so sifaka upetrol isizalana ama brake pads amabiza yabo so there's a lot of maintenance I have to cover that but when uzothi vele beku free but mina ngidlekile yabo so now taking that into consideration you get to see what's okay basically irresponsibility suki ngekho kuwena hence wena you get the benefit of whatever is happening there. So, it's upon yourself, do you do leyo nto yini? Because hence if I said, let's say mini yakho ke mhlawumbe ngabe khona number 5. Yabo? Nabo futhi abangekho la. So, now ngabe khona abantu abayi few. Why? Because they say uyakhokhisa nani and people say bekhathela ukukhokhela into forex. Ade bedliwe. Yabo, kade nihamba amasemini. Yabo nje razi uyayibona. And yona ehlezi ibuza ke le. Eh manje emnake. My break akwenza njani. Yabo. So, abantu kade bedliwe. So, giving you something like this, it's for your own responsibility. Do you do it or you don't? And if you don't, you are the one who's losing. I mean, I have nothing to lose because I'm here on free will. And I don't work for anyone. I don't work for any broker. I don't work for anything. I'm simply here to say, this is how I've made it. This is me. And this is how I work. Doing the same thing every day. The only way to kill greed comes through overconfidence. You're trading namhlanje ukaze ufaka 500 wakho wenza 2000 phinde ungene futhi the following day ushout 3000 ungene 5000 awazi wena 5000 hayi usuthi hayi yabona ke manje hamba ngolayini yabo suyangena ke manje ufaka ama trade abemaningi isiya blow your account usuyabuya hayi le method yakho ngathi siphelele isikhathi sesiphela kwase kufika wena yabo. So those are all the things that people are always saying, and self-blame. Ngeke usasho ukuthi hey ngifike ngatrader ngaqala ngelot size encane ngayenza imali lot size ethe ngathi futhi ngayenza futhi imali but manje sengifayile lot size enkulu nakho sengiluza futhi uwena ofayile lot size enkulu ku account encane so when we so excited was file lot size. So the only way to kill greed, and that is the only problem with 714 method, it's greed. Because we are win uzuzayi sengiyibas manje bese ke ziyakhala. But the only way to kill greed is to be grateful. Jabulela lokho okutholayo kulolo suku. Because akekho umuntu ozokunika leyo mali. Umanje akekho umuntu owakunika leyo mali. So uma usukwazi ukwenza leyo mali kwi-market, jabula phela uthathe lokho okubonayo nakusasa usuku. For the rest of your life, wena uzoyikhethela ukuthi nina ungayifuni khona. Simple. Ayiboni into elikhulu lapha. yabo. So uyakwazi ukuthi nje when every day khona okuncane okutholayo uyayiphilela uzenzela into yakho. Amnandi nje. No stress, yabo. But ke if umgodoyi uyinja ke zolokhu ikhalile ke vele. That's how it is. Uyinja begcina sekumoshakala nje into right, okay? Okay, what do I say now? Yeah, sibongile guys kuza for a seminar. That is it. Thabani siqoqeni. Sihamba man. Sebengibonile. Khona uyangibonanga. Okay, so that's about it. Lokho ngisho la kubalekile. Nje manje ungakubamba kunye ukukhohle kunye but uzokubona musufikile. Yabo, that's one of the things mina personally yafana that's one of the things I have realized on my life because family wise, friendship, community, what there's no one who's moved like I move. So everything that I'm doing it for the first time. Yeah, bro. Even coming here is my first time doing seminars, like, because these are national seminars. This is like the 17th seminar this year. Yeah, bro. So everything that I'm doing it for the first time and on a good point of view or good tuition. It helps you. So mainly, I hope all your accounts are ready, open, what. The only broker I trade with is XM. And I don't beg you to, I'm not begging you to trade with XM. I'm telling you to trade with XM. For me to say that, because for me, I've been trading with them for years and I've gotten every time I ever traded. They've never given me a problem when it comes to withdrawing. I've always got my money to the last M's and M's. Yeah, well, I've gotten everything, so I won't lie. She can be my witness. I was contacting trade this week with another broker. I took the account from $400, I trader, that's 1,600. Mase ngithi ngiyawithdraw balokhu benqaba. Lokhu benqaba engisho lo broker. But silokhu inqabi ngaze ngayiblowa leyo account ngamabomu. Because I tried like 5 times to make you withdraw belokhu benqaba. That's nice tech. Yeah, so that's the problem when it comes to brokers, especially my local brokers. Yeah, bamba emote right, but that's all they do good. My local brokers, they are just car advertisers. Bonnie mod, hey, yeah, and end of the day, you find when are you getting nothing there. So, the broker that I've been with for years and that I trust is XM. I never had a problem making a deposit. I never had a problem making a withdrawal. I never had a problem trading, instant execution. Everything is on point. That's what I love XM. It's one of the best brokers, friendly staff, it's fast and all. Yeah, no, kube ngisebenza nje ngibona istick emotweni ngasitshontsha ngenze khona ngiyeza kuso story. I stole that stick ngizontshatha kanjani. So if I was working with a broker, there would be a broker here, because if you're a person working for representing something, then it's mandatory ukuthi mase kushuthi ithombe kumele kubonakala ukuthi phela yabo. So the only way that they've assisted in terms of my seminar is those giveaways. It's them who are going to give you those $100 and $50. And in total, they gave me $2,000. And then I divided it amongst the seminars. It's okay. If you could have so much people winning here, this is how much this would be. So we divided it $2,000. That's one's total 150, nabanye 150, which is still money. So he broke it lanjani imali yakhe bekunika imali. No, it doesn't work like that. And also, you need to understand what a broker does not make money when you lose. When you are losing, you're just losing. Yes, akhona lawa alokhunjanayo ukuthi when you lose, because mu deposit, our deposit straight to your account but to deposit to i-broker straight. That's why even up after when you deposit uzobona kubuya i-notification ye-bank lele imali engene kulona, because that's what they're doing. But I don't want to dwell much on that. Mina ngithi it's simple. If I have to tell you something ezokusiza, I tell you straightforward. It's pointless ukuthi ngikutshele yonke information engakusiza. Uma ngithi mina ungayi lapha, it's simple. Ungangibuza ukuthi why ungenabazali ungenababa, angihlangani. Mangithi ungayi lapha ungayi. Mangithi ungakwenzi ukuthi ungakwenzi. Yabo, because I don't want to mention brokers, this broker, that maningi ama-file. Yabo, but nje uma ngithi mina this is the broker we're using kuphela lapha. Well, mufuna ukufind out ahamba ufaka imali yakho lapha uthi hayi yasebenza nala amashawu ngisene screenshot. Mina ngiyakublocker, mina ngingendawo ukuthi wenze imali, angijabuliswa imali phela mina. Ubona omunye hey mashayi I killed it. Hey I send a screenshot saying you broke. Hey yeah I got it now. But I block him because we are flying. Yeah. Because end of the day musu ungasayithola imali yakho ubuza kumina hey mashayi ngilekelele. Mase ngithi mina futhi sek busu uthi hayi webona umjida bethu unjani. Yabo. Kodwa ngitshela ungayi lapha. Yabo. Because most of the brokers here in SA they have that problem. And they're using these boys, giving them the cars because that's why I'm a brokers. Most of the brokers, they're like car dealership as well. Because all they do is give these guys cars, you are born and prendiwe, you are promoting, and then you look at that, you think, hey, mad. And you get there when you are blow. There is a form of manipulation in Zagala to these brokers whereby was hence recently, just take this for yourself. Hence, recently you see a lot of local guys as if they're acting as if they now have brokers. Like having a broker is the last level of being a successful trade. It's not. It's not. So that is the narrative that they are currently pushing at the moment. So now you're like, hey, namings of Vuleam in shorts. That is not the actual necessity of being a broker. Most of these guys, they're just doing that to like kind of outsource. It's actually it's called a white label contract, whereby you're more like IFA. It's something like that, but here broke, whereby you're signing a band and then uthola a commission. So they are doing that to seem as if they are mostly successful. I want to look at seminar. I was not full sec. Like I was because and I have to those over in king and I look. So king so so it's just like that. But guys, I'm straightforward because I told you what you get nothing in life by being nice, or you get nothing in life by being treated nice. Most of the people who even grew up being treated nice, but I'm spoiled brat in Jaikito and Isho now. But my cheese boys. It's in we had to carry about rough diamond. Malashin. People. I think Pazan should 10 kg. Oh, wale. My land and to mengan. Call it. Oh. My la. But the South Africa rich. What's in the husband's island? Yo. But the South Africa rich, guys, because basically every province in a commodity corner like but you I think I will politics has a thing saying okay. Say what?